Good evening, Oswego, and welcome to WTOP 10, Thursday, Night News, your connection to Oswego and beyond. I'm Dan Frome.
And I'm Brittany Hoffman. Today is Thursday, and this is your news, sports, and weather, all before the first commercial break. Let's take a look at your top stories. 10 News starts now.
The world looked on in shock as Troy Davis was executed by lethal injection on Wednesday for killing an off-duty cop in 1989. Davis's sentencing caught the attention of many and created much speculation. Many world figures such as Pope Benedict XVI, former U.S. President Jimmy Carter, and human groups tried to halt the execution. Even the online world engaged in petitions to stop the execution, but to no avail. Many countries deplored this action, which sparked many protests in European capitals, as well as outrage on social media.
Facebook recently held their keynote for their F8 conference in San Francisco. Joining us now in the studio to tell us more is Adam Shear. Tell us about the future of Facebook, Adam.
Thanks, Brittany. Facebook's annual F8 conference was held today in San Francisco, where Facebook founder and CEO Mark Zuckerberg took the stage to announce some exciting updates to Facebook at the conference's keynote. The first announcement involves a radical redesign of the profile, now with a feature called Timeline. Your profile will now look much nicer and will be easier to use. The Timeline feature organizes your statuses, photos, and more by day and year, allowing your profile to tell stories about your life. The second and final announcement changes the way you interact with friends through applications. A new feature for developers called Open Graph will allow you to see what your friends are doing in other applications in real time and join them. For instance, you can listen to a song on Spotify or watch TV shows on Netflix and Hulu with friends on Facebook without ever leaving the Facebook site and keeping in sync with what they are viewing. Open Graph will extend to a wide variety of websites and applications. All of these exciting new features will roll out in the next few weeks.
And now we'll check out our current weather conditions with meteorologist Steve Fry. Steve, what's it looking like out there?
Good evening, Oswego. I'm meteorologist Steve Fry, currently standing outside of the campus center, where if we take a look at our current conditions, we're experiencing temperatures of 57 degrees, calm winds, and clear skies. It's a very nice night out there. As we move on to our radar, you'll see there's no precipitation bothering us at the moment, but storms gathering down in the Gulf of Mexico and along the East Coast. Will they affect us? I'll get to that later in my forecast. And as we move on to the future cast, consistent temperatures throughout the weekend. Cloudy skies, but nothing too bad. We'll take a look at my full forecast later on in the broadcast. Back to you guys at the desk.
There's a subway slasher on the loose in the Bronx.
And passengers are watching their backs. Kristen Throme reports.
Her face is now plastered all over subway stations in the Bronx, a warning to female subway riders.
I'm a little nervous.
Police say this young woman is randomly attacking other women around her same age, slashing them in their faces. The first attack happened September 6 around 4:20 in the afternoon. Police say a 19-year-old woman was sitting on the 4 train when the suspect, wearing clear plastic gloves, took out some sort of sharp object and slashed the victim across the face. Then, 6 days later, it happened again on the 4 train. That time, the victim was an 18-year-old female. Did it pop into your mind this morning? Or?
Yes, yeah. Everybody has to get scared sometimes, you know.
Witnesses describe the suspect as black or Hispanic, between 17 and 25 years old, 5'2" to 5'5", 155 to 165 pounds. Have you seen the picture of her?
No.
Yeah, that's the picture of her.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. You don't recognize her?
No. That's crazy. I wonder why she would do something like that.
India orders a poultry culling after discovering a bird flu outbreak in 2 villages of West Bengal state's Nadia district. Laboratory tests confirmed the infections as the H5 strain of the avian influenza. The culling will take place within 2 miles radius of the infected zone, and a surveillance will take place within a 10-mile radius of the Indian Agricultural Ministry. The Indian Agricultural Ministry says that international organizations will be notified about the outbreak.
A military site containing what appears to be radioactive material had been uncovered by revolutionary forces in southern Libya. The site is not far from the city of Sabah in Sahara Desert. The 2 warehouses on the site said to contain thousands of blue barrels and plastic bags filled with yellow powder marked saying the tape was radioactive. It has yet to be confirmed as being radioactive, but the United Nations watchdog agency confirmed that it is the Libyan government storing it there in Sabah. And now we'll see what's going on with sports with Taylor Pugliese.
Thanks, Brittany. Good evening. I'm Taylor Pugliese, and this is your Thursday Night Sports Report. As the Big 12 attempts to stabilize itself again, the conference made its first move towards reaching that goal. The conference's commissioner, Dan Beebe, is leaving his post after 4 years on the job. In a statement released earlier today, the Big 12 said its board of directors and Beebe reached, quote, a mutual agreement, end quote, for Beebe to leave his job immediately. Former Big 8 Commissioner Chuck Ninus has been contacted about taking over as commissioner on an interim basis. That's it for now. Here's your local news.
The District Attorney Office of Syracuse is pursuing a felony charge for 22-year-old Terrence D. Williams, who is accused of infecting a sexual partner with the HIV virus. Williams was charged 2 weeks ago with the felony count of first-degree reckless endangerment. Williams is accused of failing to disclose to the victim that he has had HIV since December 2, 2009. The victim's name is still unknown.
School officials have to be ready for everything nowadays, even a wizard. A school bus driver claimed to see a man in a trench coat headed towards Paul V. Moore High School in Central Square. He said the man appeared to be carrying a dagger when in fact it was a wand. The district investigation revealed that the man in the trench coat was a student dressed as Harry Potter. He was dressed in a costume as the part of the high school Spirit Week celebration.
3 nurses were arrested for allegedly stealing controlled substances while on duty at Oswego Hospital. Troopers charged all 3 with first-degree falsifying business records, 7th-degree criminal possession of a controlled substance, and additional charges relating to public health law. These charges stem from an internal investigation that was initiated by administrators of Oswego Hospital.
I'm currently looking at the satellite where we're experiencing clear skies at the moment. Will it last? We'll take another look when we get back from the break.
Metro Center in downtown Syracuse. More information is available online or by calling 315-312-2911.
Hi, I'm Woodsy Owl, and I'm here to tell you about a dirty word, water pollution. Kids, it's up to us to keep our lakes and streams clean and beautiful. We've been polluting the water with all kinds of junk like paper, cans, and gooey gunk. It looks ugly, and it's killing our fish and ducks. Please don't throw junk in the water. Give a hoot. Don't pollute. In the city or in the woods, let's keep America clean.
The Lakers oust Cortland 50-98-20.
Come support your peers this Friday, 7 to 11 p.m. at Waterman Theater in Tyler Hall for the Alana Fashion Show, a celebration of cultural fashions featuring Jay Ivey as DJ. Students, faculty, and even staff will model traditional fashion trends of different cultures. The tickets are $10 for the public and $8 for students. But banquet and dessert reception combo tickets are $25 to the public, $22 for seniors, faculty, and staff, and $15.57 for students.
Grammy Award-winning Ying Quartet will be holding a concert at Sheldon Hall Ballroom next Wednesday night at 7:30. The concert is hosted by Trevor Jorgensen. There will be a pre-concert talk before the show at 7 o'clock. General admission is $15, seniors, students, and faculty and staff is $12, and SUNY Oswego students admission is $6.
Prosecutors in Florida say they plan to seek the death penalty against a man charged in the murders of a mother and her 2 children. Investigators say Felicia Brown was scheduled to testify against her accused killer.
State Attorney Michael McCullough announcing first-degree murder charges against Clem Beauchamp for the children's death and that of their mother. Felicia Brown's body went unidentified and unclaimed 6 months earlier after it was discovered in a West Palm Beach garbage sorting facility.
It's not a day of celebration, it's just a day of acknowledgement that we are one step closer to holding accountable an individual.
Delray Beach detectives worked months to make the case against Beauchamp after the small bodies of his ex-girlfriend's children were found crammed into luggage like unwanted laundry and tossed into the city's canal.
It was the hard work of the investigators that spent the countless hours getting these indictments solidified.
Delray Beach Police Chief Anthony Strianese looked pained as authorities signaled the charges are the first step towards justice for tiny lives taken so brutally.
It doesn't get much worse than what occurred down there that day.
And now here's a look at your full forecast with Steve Fry.
Your current conditions. We're currently experiencing temperatures of 57 degrees, a dew point of 56 degrees, leaving us with a humidity around 97%. Winds are calm, and we're experiencing a high pressure around 30%. As we move on, let's take a look at our almanac. We're experiencing a high of 76 degrees, and today's low was around 62 degrees. Our average for today is 54 degrees, so it's a bit above temperature. Can't go wrong with that. The average low for the day, 44 degrees. And the record high set back in 1939, 92 degrees. Could you look at that? Could you believe that for Oswego? I can't personally. 38 degrees, the record low set back in 1975. And if you take a look, we had a precipitation this morning that hit us around a fifth of an inch, not too bad. The sunset came in at 6:52 a.m. with the sunrise at 7:30. As we move on, we'll take a look at our current conditions across the state. Well, you'll see in Plattsburgh, they're experiencing temperatures of 66 degrees. Our high point coming from the city at around 71 degrees. We'll take a look out west where they're experiencing temperatures in Buffalo at around 64 degrees and our low point at 61 degrees coming in from Jamestown. As we move on to the WeatherTap satellite image, we'll see these clouds coverage coming down from the Gulf of Mexico, but it's leaving us with clear skies coming in for the evening and for tomorrow. But we'll have to take a look at this pressure system coming in from the west. As it moves our way, will it leave precipitation? Let's take a look at the IntelliCast surface map. A low pressure system is hovering around our area. It's currently moving out. That's where all the clouds have come from in the past couple days and has left us with this morning. But that will move out as this high pressure system moves in from the west, leaving us with a nice day tomorrow. But we'll be taking a look at the futurecast. Tomorrow morning, we'll be experiencing clouds, but no rain yet. We'll move on later into the evening, and that's where the precipitation will come in. Tomorrow night at around 8 p.m. Friday, as you're heading out, you might want to bring a jacket with you because we will be experiencing rain. But as it goes on into the night, the rain is moved out by 2 a.m. tomorrow night, so we shouldn't be experiencing too heavy of a storm. As we move on, we'll take a look at tonight. Our low will be around 55 degrees. It's a moderate night out there. I was just out there, not too bad. Partly cloudy, winds coming in from the west at around 5 miles per hour, but nothing too much to worry about. Tomorrow it'll be a moderate day, 74 degrees, partly cloudy, above average again, with winds coming in from the east at around 5 to 8 miles per hour. Tomorrow night we'll be experiencing a low of 62 degrees, mostly cloudy. Showers possible at night. We're thinking maybe around 8 to 10 o'clock you might be experiencing some showers, and winds coming in from the east at 6 to 8 miles an hour. And I'll step out of the way as we take a look at your extended forecast. Moderate temperatures throughout the weekend and moving in early on into the week. 74, 74, 75 Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Saturday's the day you're going to have to look out for because we're not quite sure. We might be getting rain in the evening. We may not be. But we'll start off the week, moderate cloudy skies, but nothing too bad.
Well, looks like we're going to get a little spark of good weather before the bad stuff comes.
Yeah, I mean, today was a great day. I actually went down to the lake, went for a swim. The waters are a little cold, but you know, you got to get out there while you still can.
I would not dare to swim in this weather. To me, it's like, it's not anything below, 90 degrees, not even touching that water.
I actually went
Nope.
went after a jog and went swimming in a lake. It was actually fantastic.
Well, that might work out if you get a little sweat going on. I like that.
Maybe.
But 92 degrees, I hear, 1992. God, like 19 years ago, crazy. And when we come back, we will have a look at how to keep your cell phone healthy. But first, here's your late night menu.
Flexibility in mind. Take classes year-round, full or part-time in Oswego, online, or at the Metro Center in downtown Syracuse. More information is available online or by calling 315-312-2911.
Hi, I'm Woodsy Owl, and I'm here to tell you about a dirty word, water pollution. Kids, it's up to us to keep our lakes and streams clean and beautiful. We've been polluting the water with all kinds of junk like paper, cans, and gooey gunk. It looks ugly, and it's killing our fish and ducks. Please don't throw junk in the water. Give it a hose. Don't pollute. In the city or in the woods, help keep America clean.
The Lakers oust Cortland 50 to 98-20.
Here's Adam Shear with an update on technology.
Thanks, Brittany, and good evening, Oswego. I'm Adam Shear, and this is your technology update. With Apple getting closer to launching their next iPhone, more rumors than ever have been leaking out from a wide variety of sources. While some suggest that there may be an iPhone 5 with an all-new design, others are suggesting that there will instead be an updated version of the current iPhone 4 model, dubbed the iPhone 4S. The iPhone 4S will supposedly contain the major iOS 5 software update coming to most iPhones, iPads, and iPod Touches next month, a higher resolution camera, faster processor, and possibly a larger screen. Former Vice President and member of the Apple board, Al Gore, mentioned that Apple might have more than one iPhone releasing next month, stating, quote, "Not to mention the new iPhones coming out next month, that was a plug," unquote. Apple will reportedly reveal its new iPhone or iPhones sometime next month. The only major phone carrier on the market with unlimited data is unfortunately changing its ways when it comes to extending your data to other devices using 3G or 4G. Padvance.com is reporting that starting on October 2nd, Sprint will end unlimited data services for mobile hotspots and is capping data at 5 gigabytes for that same unlimited monthly charge. Keep in mind that the monthly charge for use of your phone's mobile hotspot feature is independent from your data bill. No reason has been given for the sudden change, but let's hope Sprint does not extend this change to regular data plans. Once again, I'm Adam Shear, and this has been your Technology Update.
What about another iPhone coming out? And more than one? That's crazy.
Yeah, they usually roll out one every year. They usually release them in the summer, but they didn't this time.
I'm just trying to think, what else are they going to change? Like, I know you said that there's going to be other stuff, but what about after that? What could they possibly add to another iPhone? I mean, I have mine and I love it, but are there going to be glitches with the iPhone 5 like the iPhone 4?
Probably not. They've worked out a lot of that stuff over the years. They're really just
Yeah.
updating the stuff they already have, so it shouldn't be no problem.
Gotcha. Well, let's see. Hopefully it'll be good.
Governor Andrew Cuomo called on Congress to approve disaster relief spending after both parties in the House rejected what was considered a routine spending bill that includes aid for flood victims. The defeat of the bill has again raised the possibility of a government shutdown at the federal level. Upset with Congress, he said that Congress is engaging in the political election season, which is 14 months away, and they're supposed to be doing government.
Although subway stations may be convenient and many of New York's residents' means of transportation, cell service has always been its downfall. The Metropolitan Transit Authority officials say that 6 platforms will be wired for cell phone service on Tuesday. So far, only AT&T and T-Mobile subscribers will be able to get signals, but there is hope for those Verizon users and Sprint users. The company who is wiring the platform plans on negotiating with them in the future. And now a full look at sports with Taylor Pugliese.
Welcome back to Thursday Night Sports. The NFL handed out a pair of $15,000 fines today for low hits on quarterbacks. Last Sunday, Chargers defensive tackle Antonio Garay and Seahawks defensive end Raheem Brock were punished by the league for low hits on quarterbacks, Tom Brady and Ben Roethlisberger, respectively. Brock is appealing his suspension, claiming he was tripped into Roethlisberger by Pittsburgh lineman Marcus Gilbert. At this point, both fines stand. In NBA news, veteran power forward Marcus Camby was arrested earlier this week for marijuana possession. Camby was pulled over in his Porsche for an equipment violation. Upon approaching the car, the police officer smelled marijuana and subsequently found the drug in his vehicle. Camby was charged with a misdemeanor possession of marijuana in a drug-free zone and was released on $2,000 bond. The arrest was Camby's second for marijuana possession, with the first coming in 1997. Finally, this weekend marks the start of SUNY play for the Oswego women's soccer team. The Lakers will put their 4-game winning streak and 6-1 record on the line as they travel to Oneonta on Friday and New Paltz on Saturday. Oneonta comes into the matchup with the Lakers at 1-4, while New Paltz enters the weekend at 4-2-1. This game will be the first behind the Lakers go on the road since opening at the Alfred tournament. That's it for sports. Now back over to the news desk.
And when we come back, we'll take a look at the lighter side of news.
But first, take a look at your community calendar.
SUNY Oswego MBA program, helping you achieve your goals with a customized curriculum developed with flexibility in mind. Take classes year-round, full or part-time in Oswego, online or at the Metro Center in downtown Syracuse. More information is available online or by calling 315-312-2911.
Hi, I'm Woodsy Owl, and I'm here to tell you about a dirty word, water pollution. Kids, it's up to us to keep our lakes and streams clean and beautiful. We've been polluting the water with all kinds of junk, like paper, cans, and gooey gunk. It looks ugly, and it's killing our fish and ducks. Please don't throw junk in the water. Give a hoot. Don't pollute. In the city or in the woods, talk is America.
And the Lakers oust Cortland 50-98-20.
And here's a dive into the lighter side of news. Angry Birds will be slingshotting their way from your mobile device onto the Formula One racetrack this weekend, as gaming firm Rovio has created a crowd version of the popular game to be played by live audiences in Singapore. Angry Birds is a popular mobile phone game in which you launch birds at pigs who stole their eggs. Rovio's marketing chief, Peter Vesterbacka, says that this new form of gaming will give fans a chance to form an emotional bond between the characters of the game.
Things are getting saucy at Taco Bell in Missouri. 30-year-old Jeremy Combs was not a happy camper that Missouri Taco Bell employee forgot that hot sauce in his to-go order. He returned to the establishment and threatened the employee with a 12-gauge shotgun. Combs gave the order back to the employee and reached back for his shotgun. Combs was said to be very intoxicated and denies returning to the restaurant. The surveillance cameras at the Taco Bell show otherwise. Combs will face up to 10 years in prison for the spicy action.
Food starting biting back in the Ukraine on Wednesday as 77-year-old Ivan Mendel ate 10 dumplings in 30 seconds in a popular eating contest in the town of Tokmak, Ukraine. Mendel won first places and was rewarded a 1-liter jar of sour cream. Shortly after the contest, however, Ivan became unwell and died. The exact cause of death is still unknown. And now a lesson in achieving your goals, no matter what your age. We're about to meet George Heringer, a man who's seen a lot over the last century.
But something's missing. Until now, Nikki Davidson has the story.
At 99 years old, you wouldn't expect able-bodied and sharp-witted George Heringer to have missed out on much in life. But for him, this is a moment decades in the making. The day he receives his high school diploma. One of 9 children, Heringer attended school up until the 10th grade when he fell behind due to the constraints of having to work on the family farm for financial reasons.
My dad asked me if I was going to school. I said no, and that was it. After being so far behind, I got discouraged.
When World War II broke, he went into the service, stationed in the European theater, an area of heavy fighting. When he returned home, he went straight to a career as a machinist.
He actually received his GED decades ago, but never received his high school diploma. Now that's all going to change.
Operation Recognition, a state program that allows schools to award diplomas to World War II veterans, allowed the Tacoma area schools to give Heringer the recognition he deserved.
Congratulations, George.
Thank you. Just too many thoughts to speak.
I feel it was more of an honor for myself to present the diploma to George for all that he has done for our country.
And now that he has his diploma, the sky is the limit.
He probably won't want it on the wall, but I know my wife will take it and frame it and put it up for him.
Heringer still works every day on creating new inventions. His next goal is securing patents for an invention he says could change the modern vehicle.
And now let's take a look at your Class Day forecast.
As we experience the Class Day forecast tomorrow, when you wake up, you'll be seeing temperatures at around 60 miles per hour, 60 degrees. And then around 12 o'clock, we'll be inching up towards 68 degrees. As we move on throughout the day, around 3 o'clock when you're getting out of class, 71 degrees. It'll be a nice day, partly cloudy, partly sunny. As we move on toward the night, we'll be experiencing maybe a little rain, but throughout the class day, it'll be very nice.
So guys, we had the Angry Birds. I think, Dan, you were talking about it. I mean, I know the game was popular, but this is taking it to a whole new level. I mean, to think that a mobile game, a digital video game like that's going to be played live around the world that's just like technology. I mean, that's like, I don't even think technology is ever going to get that far.
It just shows how something so small can grow into something so big.
There's actually a YouTube video out there somewhere that there's actually people making their own slingshots. And they're obviously not using birds, but they're using some type
I hope not.
stuffed animals. So check that out. But what about the Taco Bell story? I mean, who gets angry about fast food like that?
Not me.
That's crazy.
Definitely not me.
But I know, like, I love my Panera a little bit, but I don't know.
Well, it's a quesadilla man myself, actually.
That's it for tonight, guys.
That will do it for us here at WTOP 10 News. For the 10 News team,
I'm Joe Pugliese.
I'm Steve Fry.
I'm Brittany Hoffman.
And I'm Dan Frome. Have a great night, and we'll see you tomorrow and Sunday.